Have a Nice Death is by far the most fun roguelite or roguelike game that I've played so far this year. And it's honestly topped Hades a little bit, but not by a whole lot. Now, Have a Nice Death is a recently released roguelite game on Switch and on PC, although it will be releasing on Switch on March 22nd, so I guess within a few days as of uploading this video. However, the game itself is very fun. The gameplay is akin to Dead Cells, but it's on crack. Except it's in the underworld and you play as Death. Regardless, the controls feel snappy and it feels really good to control. Death feels really great and the movement is very much refined. The music itself is also great and memorable, as even the elevator tunes can get stuck in your head at times. As yes, you will be hearing this floor to floor, but honestly, I never get tired of the music, so it's a plus for me. Aside from that though, the art style and direction is unique and very distinct, as every single location is sort of monochrome in a way, making it so that every little slight change of color makes every single area in the game pop. And that pop even goes for the enemies, as enemies in the game are styled and animated differently from the environment, more akin to Hollow Knight, how they did it, where the enemies and backgrounds are animated and drawn very differently so that the enemies stand out and don't blend in with the background, which I absolutely love as someone who kind of struggles to see enemies in games that are very heavily visually cluttered. Although my only gripes with the game though, that the game can get very stale very quickly, but I feel like that's because I've played so many roguelites recently. I've been bouncing between Dead Cells, Risk of Rain, Hades, Binding of Isaac, and now this game. And honestly, I don't mind because the game itself is very fun, it is very unique, and I honestly have a great time playing it. However, the other gripes I do have with the game is that the difficulty spikes in the game are very noticeable. When you bounce from a typical enemy to the boss of that region, or even a mini boss, the difficulty becomes very noticeable, as not only does the boss have different move sets from any enemy that's in the area, but they also play and fight a lot more quicker and harder as well, making the difficulty spike in the game very noticeable. But honestly, the game very much promotes doing multiple runs over and over again instead of just going at it one shot and getting lucky, so I guess the game promotes that by making the bosses very hard. Apart from that though, the anima, which is the game's currency for healing yourself, is very hard to come by. Now there are two versions in the game, which is a blue base anima and a prestige anima, with the prestige anima healing your base health and a bit more your injuries, and the anima just healing your injuries. Both are very hard to come by, and I feel like if they added a sort of healing station akin to Hades, where you just have like a random healing station in the world, that would be great, as it would make playing the game a lot more fun and engaging, and would make it feel like you're constantly bouncing from anima to anima. Overall, Have a Nice Death is a very, very fun game. Everything about it is amazing, and while it can get very stale and repetitive at times, it's still a lot of fun. Overall though, I rate this game a 9 out of 10, and I'll definitely be returning to it later after this video. But let me know what you guys think about Have a Nice Death in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later.